everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Posted Up with Chris Haynes podcast here on Yahoo Sports. We are bringing you today's episode from the NBA Summer League in Las Vegas. If you have never been, you're missing out. The basketball festival of the summer is the top young NBA talent on the court, even more happening off the court than on. It's great access, family friendly. If you're interested, visit NBAevents.com for more. Now, my special guest for this episode, he's making his first podcast appearance as a professional NBA player. Nobody other than the Sacramento Kings' new forward, rookie, Keegan Murray. My brother, thank you for coming on, man.
No problem. Appreciate you for having me.
Listen, man. You've been tearing it up. There's some people that didn't really know who you were at first. I had the pleasure of talking with you before the draft. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about what it's been like from the time we spoke before the draft, where you didn't know what was going to happen, you didn't know about your future, to now where you're at right now. What has it been like?
Yeah, I think it's been chaotic, but in a good way. I'm kind of experiencing everything that I've ever dreamed of. Being in New York, in the green room, experiencing that. Hearing my name be called at draft night, and straight up just flying to Sacramento the day after, and staying there until now I'm at the summer league. So it's kind of been a whirlwind, but I've missed the grind that I had during the college season. So it's been great so far.
Well, you're not just here at summer league. You've made your presence felt, and so a lot of people are talking about you now. You, Paulo over there from Orlando, have been arguably the two best rookies in summer league thus far. What was your expectations like going into summer league? What you wanted to accomplish going in?
Yeah, just kind of translate what I did in the college season to the NBA. Just be myself on the court, do what I do best, make shots, run the floor, things like that. So I just think that I've translated myself in a positive way. I'm just trying to carry this confidence into the season.
Is there anything that you found difficult or just a little bit challenging as you stepped on as a pro, practicing with pros? Is there anything that was a little bit of a curve for you?
Yeah, I just think the pace of play a little bit, but I mean at Iowa we had one of the highest paces of play in the country, so it wasn't that much of a difference, but just the pace of play, the strength of guys' abilities to make shots, it's kind of different, and I just kind of tried to mold myself to know that who guys are, learn tendencies and stuff like that.
Take me to the draft now, Keegan. There was a little bit of surprise leading up to the draft. Nobody knew who was going to go number one. It seemed like everybody knew who was going to go number one, like the days before. But on the day, it seemed like things started to change. When you started hearing that things can get kind of chaotic at the top, I don't know if the fear is the right word, but was there any concern that it could have a ripple down effect on you and where you possibly could go or where you thought you might be able to go?
Yeah, I knew kind of the general area of where I was going to go, and all the teams I had great relationships with. So for me, I really had no problem going to any team, and I just kind of had that mentality going into draft night, and whatever possibility was going to be a good possibility and great opportunity for me to be myself in an organization and help an organization. So I fortunately, in a positive way, fell to the Kings, and it's been a blessing for me. And I've just been blessed to be in this position, and I think this is one of the best organizations I could have been a part of for my rookie year.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I want to say this real quick. The Sports Business Classroom. We're at the set of where this episode is being recorded, is being produced by the Sports Business Classroom. One-of-a-kind immersive training and educational experience unlike any other. Many opportunities throughout the year, including the immersive experience taking place this week here at Summer League in Las Vegas. The program's general manager, Larry Kuhn, is regarded as the foremost expert on the collective bargaining agreement. Larry has an on-demand online educational course teaching the CBA. This material is invaluable for anyone interested in working in professional basketball. Want more information? Learn more. Sign up today at sportsbusinessclassroom.com. Talk about Sacramento. I live in Sacramento now.
Yep.
I invite, like I said, you want to come over and get, we talk about the Larry Kuhn having a great sports business class in the CBA. I have a sports business class in grilling some ribs, some chicken, some hot licks, whatever, so anytime you want to come over and get some of this smoke, you're more than welcome, man.
Yeah.
What's been your impression of Sacramento, just the time that you've been around, the city and the organization?
I've loved it. It's kind of like I grew up in a small town in Iowa, and it's kind of had that same effect, but it's in California. So I've been honored to be in Sacramento, and a lot of guys I know just like the big city, the bright lights and things like that. And it's not the glamorous city in the world, but it fits me perfectly. And the people there are amazing. Every time I walk down the street, everyone just says nothing but good things about Sacramento, and they just have a positive outlook on the organization. The fan base is incredible, and I've been able to be involved in the community a little bit and do some community work with the Kings and Queens organization in Sacramento. So it's been great for me so far.
Now you're stepping into a situation where this is going to. It's not a rebuild with the Sacramento Kings. More, I'll say more like a retool. You know, the ages fluctuate as far as the roster goes concerned. After you, no, before I even get to that, forget about that. Let me stick to this. The number one game that we've seen in Summer League thus far was the Sacramento Kings and the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
You two guys going at it right now. Take me through. Listen, I know it's Summer League, but everybody wants to prove themselves when they want to prove their draft stock, you know, to prove that their organization made the right decision. For a lot of time, for you, first time a lot of people are getting to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Take me through, like, the approach going into that game, the number one pick versus the number 4 pick. What was that like for you?
Yeah, for me, I didn't feel any pressure going into it. I was excited to go into that game, and I mean, you got pressure on the outside, all eyes are on you, whatever. But I kind of had the approach that the game was going to come to me. The coach was going to draw up sets for me and get me the ball. And obviously, it didn't happen right away. It happened later in the game, and I was able to get hot late. And Paolo's great player. He got it going early. So I just think the competitive side you saw on both sides of the ball, on his end and on my end. And obviously, it was a really good game, one of the best games in Summer League. So it was a blessing to be a part of that. And my teammates enjoyed that game, even though we didn't come out with a win. But it was great to just see everyone in the organization happy.
Were your teammates pumping you up before the game? Like, all right, like, go out there and do your thing. Like, we see the matchup out there.
Yeah, they know, like, the stakes that are at hand, and they really just give me confidence. Nothing but confidence. Just trying to fuel me. And that's a great thing about the guys on our team is that they just fuel each other. No negative stuff, anything like that. It's just fuel, and you see guys on our team step up, and they've been a blessing to me.
In Summer League, it's hard for if you're not a point guard.
Yeah.
In Summer League, like, a lot of times the forwards, the centers, even sometimes wings don't get a lot of opportunities right there. You know. I ain't saying you're experiencing that, but I see the flight of the big man. I see the problems that the big men have in Summer League. But when you think about, you know, what you've done thus far, do you feel like you not saying made your mark, but did you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish in these Summer League games? If not, tell me where you think you lacking, where you need to improve at.
I think I've taken a step in the right direction. I really want to go out here and learn what I needed to work on, and I've figured out what I needed to work on going into this next month and a half, going into the season. So I think this has been great for me and my confidence. Obviously, I've done some good things on the court so far, but most importantly, I figured out what I need to work on going into the season and how to get better.
What is that, if you can reveal that? What is that you feel you need to work on?
Yeah, it's just little things, little techniques offensively, to get open, to create my own shot, defensively where I need to be at, to fit Mike Brown's system. Just little things, techniques, to be successful in the NBA, because the NBA is hard. It's a bigger jump even from Summer League. The guys are better, quicker, faster. So it's just little things that I've learned.
You came out of nowhere for most people. And I wrote about and I talked about when I go on TV is that you had a similar, to me, I feel like a similar rise of that of Ja Morant. He wasn't heavily recruited or anything like that. And obviously he plays with a chip on his shoulder, had a chip on his shoulder as well. Like, now that you're here, like, you're drafted, has it sunk in yet that you're in this spot and you're in this moment? And just 2 years ago, many people didn't know who you were.
Yeah, it hasn't sunken in yet. I think it probably won't sink in for a while, just because of the path that I've been on, and I'm just grateful for everything that I've had, the people in my life, my small circles of people. So they just encouraged me, and Yeah, I don't think it's sunken in yet. I have no clue when it will, but hopefully, when I retire or something. But
Well, hopefully not that long. Hopefully you can
yeah,
appreciate it and take something from it pretty
yeah,
soon.
for
But
sure, for
Keith,
sure.
give people insight because there's a lot of hoopers who don't have the big name. They're probably good, but they just don't have the exposure.
Yeah,
Give them the key to what you did to, in a short amount of time, go from somebody that most would consider a no name to a lottery pick.
yeah,
What's the key?
yeah. I just remember in high school, I was averaging 20 points a game. I was 6'7", but I was skinny. I ended up winning our conference player of the year, and there's about 6 or 7 guys in that conference that ended up playing Division I basketball. And I had one division offer, but the coach left, players left from that team, and I had Division II offers, and I was like, dang, like why don't I have that Division I offer? Why don't I have that scholarship? And I just remember, like, I just have to work and keep working, put my head down, and eventually something good was going to happen to me. So I knew that it was going to happen. Something was going to happen to me at some point in my life. I just didn't know when, and ended up happening a couple years later, getting a scholarship to Iowa, just working my way through that process of getting on the court, and just being really good at my role my freshman year, and then blossoming my sophomore year. So I just really just kept my head down, because there's going to be people that talk to you and say things like you shouldn't. Like, I remember I went to Iowa and people were saying that I only got a scholarship because my dad used to play there,
Yep.
and that was kind of like disheartening, and I just grinded. I just blocked out the outside noise. I remember I just stopped going on social media and stuff like that, and just working.
You're smart.
Yeah, I was
You're smart. I wish I could do that, but you're smart. Because
yeah.
no, so we talked about that real quick when you were not questioning, but when you weren't getting those scholarship offers.
Yeah.
Did doubt creep in your mind that, damn, maybe I'm not that good? Like maybe like what are they seeing that I'm not? Like what was your mindset then?
Yeah, I just remember the biggest thing teams or coaches were saying was I wouldn't be able to produce right away in college. And I mean, my confidence has never wavered. My dad has been my biggest supporter in my basketball career. So he just kept saying, like, just keep working, and eventually good things will happen. And I just never stopped believing him.
Do you remember the names of those people who doubted you? Those coaches?
Oh yeah. I know first and last names. I know first and last names. Yeah, for sure.
So when you think about the summer league experience thus far, what's been the highlight for you? Being here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I think it's just the environment, just seeing the people that love basketball, just representing the cool people that you see courtside, in the stands, stuff like that. So I just think the environment's been great. Our game against Orlando is it was my first game in Vegas, first game in summer league, and it was just kind of wild. So it's been great so far for me.
You plan on staying off of social media as you officially turn pro?
Yeah. I got people controlling my.
Oh,
social
okay.
media
There you go.
and stuff like that,
That's good. You don't need to see the trolls. You don't after a bad game. You don't need to see all that stuff. Seeping in.
Yeah.
So what is that? And that's one thing, Keegan. So as a young player, you don't hear many young players say that or take that action. Everybody's on social media for everything. But also, when you look from a mental health standpoint, there's a lot of people struggling and dealing with things. And then, you can have a bad game or whatever, go on social media and see all that, and it just, just cripples you even more. Why? How as a young, because this is your generation.
Yep.
How difficult was that for you to stay off of social media and you preserving your energy, like you're trying to keep it solid.
I just remember, like, at first I'd try to get off of it, and then I'd see myself getting on it again, and a little bit in college, and then going to my sophomore year, like, I just completely got off of it, and I set like time limits on my social apps, so I wouldn't be exceeding more than like 30 minutes a day. So that's been good to me, and just I think mental health wise, it's been great. A lot of guys, it's tough for them, but I've just seen my game expand, and just I've been able to focus on basketball, family, friends more, that I've gone off of it. So it's been key in my life, my progression.
Oh, that's all. My wife just got here. Charlotte, hey, can say hi to my wife, Charlotte, right there.
What's up?
She made it fresh off the flight, fresh off the plane.
There you go.
So that's an old soul. That's an old. What is this like? You got the. It sounds like you got the mind and personality of somebody 10 years older. Where does this come from, man?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a mentor this last year and a half, and David Nurse. So he's been a key in my life, and I just think it's come with maturity. Just going through the things that I've been through these last 3 years mentally. I think it's just the maturity that I've grown from that. Just being around good people, the right people, people that won't distract you, and I just think that's kind of led me in the right direction.
So talking about Sacramento again, now I can get to the question I was going to get to
Yeah.
before. I had some intel before you were drafted that it was highly likely the Kings were going to take you at 4. And I know you had dinner with De'Aaron Fox and you met with Sabonis before the draft. Was there anything that stuck out to you about Sacramento that, well, first of all, did you know? Did you feel like that's where you were going, or you still didn't know leading up to the draft? You can say it now.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried not to look at that stuff. Like going into pre-draft, I had no clue. Like the media would say stuff about like where you're projecting and stuff like that, but like I had no clue. Like
you didn't read my stories, then, Keegan.
Nah.
You didn't read my stories. I was telling you where you was going, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, man. I just had no clue because I really just wanted to focus on myself. So, but yeah, I mean, I met with teams and. I felt like I had a good connection with Sacramento, the coaching staff, the front office. So it was a place that I really wanted to go to, and I was fortunate that they picked me.
What attracts you about Sacramento, as far as just basketball standpoint?
I think it's a challenge. I've faced challenges my whole life, and I think the biggest challenge is ending that drought, that playoff drought. And I really wanted to be a part of the team that did that. And so that for me was a big incentive on wanting to come here. And I know a lot of guys like they hear Sacramento and they're like who's that? Like I don't want to I wouldn't want to be here. And it's a huge opportunity. It's a huge challenge, and I want to be a part of the team that gets over that hurdle.
That stands out to me so much for many reasons because, yes, there is a perception in Sacramento where guys say, I don't want to go there. Yeah. Some guys decide not to work out some areas. Yeah. But you look at it different. You're like, no, it's a challenge. Yeah. And at some point, something's going to change. So why not I be a part of that change, man? And so that's real big. You had that type of mindset, man, right? But I think what gives you the confidence now, Keegan, that you can be part of that change? What do you think? After being part of the organization for a little bit, seeing what you're capable of out there on the court, what gives you the mindset that I can be a significant part of why the perception of the Sacramento Kings is going to change from here on out?
Yeah, I just think it's because of my mentality. I know that it's an 82-game season. There's going to be nights where I'm not going to shoot the ball well, but what else am I going to do? And I think we got guys that can do different things on the court, fill different roles, and I just think the vets that we have are really good and have been around the block before. So I think that just kind of enticed me on the court to just be a guy that wins, just make winning plays, and just help the team win every single night.
So what do you all right, normally the top draft picks, lottery picks, they play the first few games of Summer League. And we were talking before you came on. Yeah. Are you sitting it out now? What are you shutting yourself down now? We've seen enough. We know what you could do. What are you going to do?
No, I'm trying to play. I mean, shoot, I'm going to play the last 2 games if no one tells me different. So, I mean, we've played 5 games so far because we played 3 in San Francisco, 2 here. So, I mean, I'm trying to play all 7.
You trying to play all 7? All 7. The Kings have an investment, Keith. They have an investment in you, man. We've seen enough. What do you want to see?
I don't know when. I mean, we still got a chance. I think there's a couple teams still undefeated, but
you talking about winning the Summer League championship, huh?
I mean, we got a chance. If we got a chance, we're still gonna go. I mean, hey, the Kings won it last year, so I mean, why not this year?
Yeah, you want to repeat? Hey, the Summer League. This is about the 3rd or 4th year where they implemented like a championship. It used to be just come play some games, you get in and out. Yeah. And they got championship rings now too. Like, man, you trying to get it all, huh, Keith?
That's why. I mean, why not, man? I'm not scared of anything. So.
Man, I see, Keith, and I think that's what a lot of Sacramento Kings fans are going to get out of you. The fearlessness, the fact that you want to go in there and play, and you somebody that embraces. It's like you're going to embrace the city because, like you said, where you came from, small town, so you feel like you can relate. If you were to be drafted to a big market, how do you think you would have adapted?
Shoot, I would have adjusted. I mean, to be in a big market, obviously, there's more fans. I feel like the attention is not solely on a team. There's obviously other different professional teams and stuff like that. So I think I've proven to myself that I'm able to just be play a role in different things. So just adjust to different things and stuff like that. So I would adjust to New York, LA, Sacramento, Detroit, anyone. So.
And you got our guy Kyle over here, your agent over there. Tell me about just the process. Take me behind the scenes of the process of choosing the right agent and choosing the best people to work with you.
Yeah. I think a big thing going in it was just like my instinct. And my instinct was with Kyle and Priority and Mark and Joe Wieskamp played at Iowa my freshman year. He's with the Spurs now. He went with them, and he kind of just I asked him a little bit about it and his experience, and he said all good things. So I knew that I had a gut feeling that they're for my best interest, and I wasn't wrong. So.
Okay. Well, it seemed like you're a good judge of character right there. Hey, last couple things, man. So, look, everybody wants to win Rookie of the Year. Everybody wants that award. Do you go into this season now knowing what you can do, now knowing what you're capable of? Do you go into this season with that as a target, or do you prioritize other things, and if that happens, it happens? But what take me behind that?
Yeah, I think if we reach our team goals, individual goals will come. I think if we just reach our team goals and I play the way that I know I can play, individual goals will come. Rookie of the Year, first team all rookie, whatever you want to say. But I just think if I just want to focus on the team, and I know that winning will come with a lot of good things. It happened when I was at Iowa, so why not have it happen in the NBA?
I've voted for MVP and all that stuff for 10 years now, right? Yeah. So this last year, I chose not to vote. I just did. One of the reasons, I can say the main reason I didn't vote, one of the reasons I didn't vote this year is because, those votes, there are, if a player gets all NBA, all rookie, you guys have it in your contracts where you make such amount. And so the last 2 weeks of the season, players will call me, hey, if I make all NBA, I get that Supermax. I know you got to vote.
Yeah.
Make the right decision, Chris. And then our votes are the last 5 years. They reveal the who we voted for.
Yeah.
And so it's been tough on the brothers.
Man.
So
I couldn't imagine. That's crazy.
So I was like, I don't need that stress this year.
Sure.
But I will say this. I brought that up to say this. I don't know that I would have voted, and I told Scotty Barnes this. Yeah. I don't know if I would have voted for Scotty Barnes because typically he deserved it.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking, but typically, Rookie of the Year, we typically didn't judge off of team success on the Rookie of the Year because most top rookies, you go into teams that aren't that good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like Scotty went into a team, and it was like, they got some good pieces and stuff. Yeah. And so, but it's still fascinating to hear you say, it just shows what your priorities are. You want to win. You want to win first and foremost. Yeah. And I think you're basically saying if you're winning, then you must be playing pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, good things are going to happen. I mean, I'd rather get W's than get checks. So I think that's just kind of my mindset going into this season.
Key, hey, get your checks now. Get your checks now, kid. Get your checks. So what are you going to do the rest of the duration of the summer league? I'm not talking about basketball.
Yeah.
Vegas here, are you able to enjoy or do anything?
Yeah. I've had a kind of hectic summer league so far, just kind of off the court media obligations and things like that. So my family came into town today, so I'm just excited to kind of hang out with them and have them experience Vegas and just have a good time and bond. I think that's the biggest thing with them so far.
Are you getting trampled on by fans yet? Is it getting to a point where you have to avoid being out, or it hasn't gotten there yet?
Just a little bit. I'm kind of an introvert anyway, so.
Okay.
But nah, there's been fans, and they've all been good to me. Nothing crazy so far.
Well, enjoy the time you have as a regular civilian.
Yeah.
Because it's not the way you've been playing out here. It's not going to. It's going to change pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Now, real quick. Social media, because you say you stay off of that, you got other people that deal with that, you're not watching. But when you're playing well, and when you have one of the best summer league, it's been a while since we had a summer league game where two top rookies going at each other, guarding each other, and producing.
Yeah.
And so, like, the expectations are, people are looking forward to it now.
Yeah.
You bringing awareness to the Sacramento Kings. Like, they may get national, get some national games now.
Yeah.
With that being said, when you're playing well like that, how can you not go on social media and look at some of that praise? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know what they're going to say. Like people are going to have your back when you're playing good, but you know that they're going to be the same people that don't have your back when
You
you're
got
playing
so
bad,
much perspective. This is, man, you too, come on, man. You too young for this, man. You too young. You too young for this, Keith.
I mean, I don't know. I just matured really early. I have good parents, so I don't know. It's just come with maturity.
Man, King, God, hey, Kings fans, y'all listen to this, man. This is awesome. Me ending with this, the Hall Pass for Media. Now, check this out. Our show is brought to you today in partnership with Hall Pass Media, run by co-founder of NBA Summer League, Albert Hall. Hall Pass Media is a full-service sports marketing agency that is your one-stop shop for anything you've been trying to pull off in the world of basketball. Event management, brand consulting, graphic design, and video production, you name it. And these guys can do it. Albert and his team go all in for their clients to deliver the highest level. Learn more at hallpassnetwork.com. Keegan Murray, the number 4 pick in the 2022. Thank you, kid. 2022 NBA draft. He showed out here. He showed out in Golden State in their summer league. Man, look, man, the sky's the limit for you, brother. I'm looking forward to seeing you, man. I'm glad you're only a short drive where I can go get up there and check you out, man. Anytime you need anything on my end, bro, thank you. And most importantly, thank you. This is your first damn podcast as a professional on the Posted Up with Chris Haynes podcast, man. Keegan, thank you, brother.
For sure,
appreciate
man.
your time. Anytime you need me, hit me up, my guy.
For sure, man. Appreciate you.
Down. Thank you, brother. It's everybody, check this brother out. I'm telling you, man, this guy's a stud. Keegan Murray's a stud. Sacramento Kings forward. I hope you enjoyed it. Posted Up with Chris Haynes podcast here on Yahoo Sports. Take care. Be safe. Check with you next week.